early 2000s when we would have met, like, how loaded would you have been?
On drugs or what?
Yeah,
or money.
No. Yeah, I mean, like drugs. And
Drugs and
alcohol.
How rich were you?
I didn't know. I was like,
Such a great answer.
Both good questions.
But you know, I don't know. Well, back then, like, I was always a stoner. I had a lot of fun with pills, narcotics for a long time, and that almost fucking killed me. So I think I got out of that. Alcohol was. I used to tell people I don't drink because I don't like alcohol. Well, I drink when I play shows. Well, I play shows 10 months out of the year. And I was like, fuck, you know, I was like, fuck. I'm like, you know, you walk around with like, no, I don't drink that much, you know. But I'm like, fuck, I've had my time, you know, and I'm just thankful that I got out of it decently clean, you know. But yeah, it's hard, like, you know, it's like it's fucking hard to be young, traveling around with a job where you don't really have a boss, you know?
Right.
And you're kind of like rewarded for being a shithead, you know?
And you work 1 hour a day.
And you could choose if you even want to do that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I went through the airport with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I got weed on me," and I'm like, "You have weed on you through the airport?" He's like, "Yeah, you can't do that." And it's like, you guys grew up in the generation where you were touring, where you couldn't even like smuggle weed through the airports.
One time, because we would get these fucking, we would get these like private like shuttles at airports, so kids wouldn't bother us.
Yeah.
And so I remember this one time, I had a bunch of weed in my suitcase, and because, you know, whatever, I could see them checking my pockets and my carry-on, but the shuttle group with just our band took us into a private office and said, okay, they're going to bring security and just check your luggage here. And I was like, okay, well, I wonder if they're going to go in my suitcase. I thought I would just run through an x-ray, not a big deal. Well, there's two dudes, and while one guy's looking at one guy's looking at the other, I just kind of open mine up and I just fucking, I shuffle something, and then the guy gets up and leaves. The other person goes, hey, and I go, what? He goes, he went to go get more security because they saw all this fucking pot in my bag. And I was like, shit. So I just grabbed it and I ran out of that room and I took off down the terminal to a bathroom and like fucking threw it all away. I come back and there's three of the big fucking security authority dudes in there, and they don't find anything. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, they obviously didn't find anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm cool. And then I get in the car, they lock everything up, and I get in the car, and now they're driving us on the tarmac to the airplane just to skip the gate and everything. And I'm like, okay, we're cool. And then right before we get to the plane, a cop car goes right behind us on the tarmac. And I was like, fuck, I hope they're not here for me. Like, I don't know what they're here for, you know? But then all of a sudden, like, we get on the plane, and that cop car just parks, and they come on, and then they're on the plane looking. And I'm like, fuck, I hope they're not here for me still, you know? And then that's all cool. And that didn't happen. So then we're flying. And then right when we land, my security guard goes, he goes, you just go straight to the van, don't get your luggage, you know? And so I did that. And turns out they put these stickers I didn't even know existed on my luggage. It says the letters DE, which means drug enforcement. So they just, if they think there's something there, they stick it and they call ahead. And so if you see cops at a baggage claim waiting around, they might be looking for that sticker. They'll grab that luggage. And that happened. So my bag came out with drug enforcement stickers on it, and my security guard, my bodyguard dude, just ripped the stickers off and took it because he knew what to look for. So it's kind of fucking.
What a great story that was.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like,
I really enjoyed that.
But you know what's stupid about it? It's fucking pot. It's like, dude, this isn't like, I mean, right. Dude, this is like literally the one thing that doesn't kill you and doesn't addict you and doesn't really fuck you up other than you eat a little bit and say some dick jokes. But like, it's so retarded, like the whole thing around weed. And
yeah,
you know,
did you have any cool places where you used to try to smuggle drugs in different states or countries?
Usually my butt. I was never pulling that shit like international. Like the last thing you want to do is go to jail in fucking Peru or something. Not that we ever toured Peru, but you found a dog in Peru, which is awesome. But so I never did that. You just try and find things there. But I wasn't that gnarly about it like back then. Like now I kind of go, if I go on tour, like how do I get weed? It's so boring. Like I don't know what I'm going to do, you know? But back then it was like, I just wasn't that crazy about it. Or I had prescription pills. That was like my thing because I broke my back. Like I had like multiple herniated discs, and they broke in pieces, tangled in my sciatic. I was like on a cane for like a year.
How'd you break your back?
Well, just long time playing guitar, hunched over, and launch ramps. Remember launch ramps were so
Yeah,
big
dude.
when we were younger?
Yeah.
What the fuck were we thinking? Up and then slam up like 8 feet, bam, over and over again. And then we're like, maybe that wasn't the smartest way to do it. But